Good morning, all of you. Am I audible? And the shared screen is visible for you. Anyone can quickly write in the chat box. Then I'll proceed. Okay. Thank you for your responses. Welcome back to the course on cryptography and system security. So, in our previous session, we discussed about the introduction to the cryptography, as well as we discussed about different types of, the broad category of security: physical security, system security, device security, and the network security. Then later session, we discussed about the conventional encryption, the process, right? We discussed about the different terminologies like what is cryptanalysis, cryptography, cryptology, and then what is encryption, decryption, ciphertext, key, and the related things. Then later part we discussed about OSS security architectures. Under that we discussed about the three parameters. Well, the first one is the security attack, right? The security attack is any action that compromises security of an information which is owned by an individual or an organization. Under that, we discussed about two categories. The one is the passive attack, and the second one is active attack. Passive attack is nothing but the attacker just you will see the information like eavesdropping, and you will not do any damages to the informations. Under that, we discussed about two categories. One is the release of message content. The second one was the traffic analysis. When you talk about the active attacks or the attacks, which is the attacker will completely do damages, or he will do some unwanted actions on the data which is owned by anyone. So the different category of active attacks we discussed was right masquerade, or otherwise also we can call it as a fabrication. The second one was replay attack, and the third one is that modification, and the fourth one was the denial of services. Then later we discussed about different security services. Under that we discussed about what is confidentiality, integrity, and then availability, as well as non-repudiations. And then we discussed about different security mechanisms. Under that we discussed about uh, specific security mechanisms as well as the pervasive security mechanisms, right? Then we started discussing about the classical encryption techniques. Under the classical encryption technique, we discussed about the two categories. The first one was substitution technique, and the second one was transposition technique. When you talk about substitution technique, where each and every letter present in the plain text that are going to be substituted or replaced by the other characters or letters or special letters. So this type of technique is called a substitution technique. When you talk about the transposition technique, right? So within the plain text, right, the position of the characters which are going to be rearranged or shuffled, so that the plain text will be placed in a jumbled way, so that the even if the attacker gets the data, and he cannot be able to interpret what is the message is written, right? Again, when you talk about the substitution technique, right, again it's monoalphabetic and then polyalphabetic. There are different categories. When you talk about the monoalphabetic cipher, where individual character, what we discussed in the Caesar cipher encryption technique as well as the modern Caesar cipher technique, are the example for monoalphabetic cipher. When you talk about monoalphabetic cipher, each and every individual letter in the plain text which are going to be encrypted at a time. So that means that single character encryption takes place at a time. When you talk about polyalphabetic or multiple alphabetic or multiple encryption techniques, means more than one characters, right? That we will discuss in the later part also, right? Monoalphabetic, where individual letters which are going to be encrypted at a time. When you talk about the polyalphabetic, more than one characters. So for example, two characters are going to be encrypted at a time, right? With this, so in the previous session, we started discussing about Caesar cipher encryption technique. When we talk about Caesar cipher encryption technique, each and every character which is present in the plain text, which are going to be replaced by its third letter. That was the formula, which is right ciphertext equal to plain text plus 3, as well as when you talk about decryption, which will provide the plain text, which is ciphertext minus 3 mod 26. The 26 refers to that the alphabet which is present in the English letters, right? 0 to 25. So total 26 letters, right? So what was the problem when we are using the Caesar cipher encryption technique? So this was broadly used encryption decryption techniques, right? So this is easy to crack. So that to increase the complexity of breaking, so we are converting this into ciphertext equal to plain text plus k, where the k will range from 1 to 25, right? Again, so this may increase the time for the attacker to break the code, but where you need to try the different combinations of the substitution values, which may range from 1 to 25 alphabet positions. So this is again a generalized or modern CSS cipher encryption technique. Next, we are going to discuss about the another technique. Hope all you understood the basic concept which I explained so far, which was a quick recap of the concept which I explained in the previous sessions. If any further queries, you can write in the chat box. Right. Next, encryption technique or a cipher technique which we are going to discuss is that affine cipher. When you talk about the affine cipher, right? So here in the CSS cipher as well as modern CSS cipher, right? The character or the alphabet which we wanted to convert into the cipher text, which are directly applied into the encryption process, right? Every letter which was replaced by the third letter, or maybe the kth letter, whatever decided by the sender. When we talk about the affine cipher, before that, I just wanted to explain about this one key term, which is GCD, greatest common devices. So I'll elaborate more about this, the greatest common device when I explain about the introduction to the number theory, right? When you talk about the greatest common devices, right? If I'm taking any numbers, the common divisor between this X and Y should be 1, right? So for example, if I'm taking two numbers, which is 2 and 5, the common divisor, the greatest common divisors, right, between these two values, which is equal to 1. So we are going to use the greatest common divisor concept for this affine cipher, right? How this cipher can be generated using the affine cipher, right, is that whatever the plain text which you are going to convert into encryption, that is going to be used, that is going to be along with the two keys. So there are some operation to be performed, the K1 as well as K2, right? So now this K1 and K2, right? So this is very similar to the key whatever we are using for CSS cipher encryption technique, which will range from 1 to 26 or maybe 0 to 25. You can select any letters, right? So this could be your K2. But when we talk about the K1, the K1 should be selected in a such a way that the greatest common divisor between these K1 and K2 should be 1. So this is how we do the encryption function, right? We are going to multiply this plain text with the K1 value plus the letter which, or maybe the number you are selecting, the K value which you are selecting for encryption using a CSS cipher encryption technique, right? And so that should be applied into the mod 26 operation. And very similarly, when we talk about the decryption process, right, again, which is whatever the key which we have used, which is K inverse, K1 inverse value, and then ciphertext value minus K2 value and multiplied by mod 26, right? I'll explain this concept with the numerical example so that you will get more clear understanding. Before that, I just wanted to explain about, so these are the possibilities of the keys, which is 26 and 26, which is 12 numbers which are prime to 26, which are GCD, greatest common divisor of this 26. So K1, out of this K1 can be selected, right? Maybe from this value, right? GCD between this 1 and 26 is 1, and then GCD between this 3 and 26 is 3, and then so these are the values K1 range from 1 to 25, where the GCD among this K1 and 26 equal to 1. So it is to be understood that when we use the K1 value, K1 to be selected any one value from this 12 numbers only. But when we talk about this K2, K2 can be selected from this range 0 to 25 as per the alphabetical letter positions. I hope it is clear for you. If there are any queries, you can write in the chat box. The theoretical concept which are related to the affine cipher. Right here, we are going to use the two key value, which is K1 and K2. Out of that, so this you can select randomly, depends upon the position which the letter you wanted to replace. But the K1 to be selected in such a way that which should within this range. That means that the GCD between the K1 and K2 should be 1, right? So I'll explain this with an example. So for example, before that, I'll go to the next slide. So now this is how we can map our characters with the numerical values, right? Encoding of English capital letters using the integers from in the form of 26, right? Right. So A, which is mapped to 0, and B is equal to 1, and C, which is 2, and then D3 likewise, and Z equal to 25. Right. If you want, you can make a note of these the range values in the notebook so that it will be easy for you to refer in the upcoming encryption techniques. I hope this is clear. If you are clear with this, we'll move to the numerical part for the affine cipher. So for example, suppose this is a numerical which is related to the affine cipher. I wanted to transfer the value character, which is, I'm taking a simple example. How is the word which I wanted to encrypt using affine cipher, and that is to be transferred and decryption to be done. Right now, what I'm going to do is that, so for that I'm going to select the two key values. So in the theoretical part, I explained about K1 and K2. For easy understanding, I'm considering this as A and B. Otherwise, you can assume it is K1 or K2 also, right? So this is what the value which I'm selecting based on the alphabetical letters. Yes, Alia, any queries?
Sir, the GCD between K1 and K2 should be 1 or K1 and 26.
See, GCD. So in the previous slide which I explained, the numbers which range 1, 3, 5, and then 7, 9. So that are the GCD between 1 and 26. But when it comes for here, so here we are going to use the two values. So here, whatever the value which are going to select here, the A value which will range from this 1, 2, 3, and 5 till 23 and 25. So all this range, all this value which lies under this GCD of the K1 comma 26 only. Indirectly, meaning is that GCD of K1 and 26 are these values only. You can take it as a either meaning. Is it okay? Are you getting my point?
No, sir, I didn't understand.
Okay. So okay, give me a second, right? I'll explain this mathematical concept, and you will get more clarity. Then I'll explain the slide again, right?
Okay, sir.
Right. I just wanted to convert this plain text how using the affine cipher, right? For that, I need to select the two keys. The first one is A and the second one is B. B I am taking as 8, right? 8, which is given in the alphabet. What is the value of 8? So every letter present in the character, as per the CSS cipher, my K value is equal to 8, right? But when it comes for the affine cipher, along with this value, I am going to use one more value, which is A. So I am going to select this value from this the list which has given based on the GCD of K comma K1 comma 26, which was the range which is mentioned in the syllabus. From that, I can select any one value. I am selecting 5 as the K1 value. It's for your simple understanding, the K1 value which has to be selected within the range, within the 12 numbers, which is the GCD between K1 and 26 equal to 1. So I'm selecting my A value which is equal to 5 and B value which is already selected, which is 8. Now what I'm going to do is that I am going to do this is, again, affine cipher is a mono alphabetic cipher. Mono means single character encryption at a time. I hope this is clear. So every character in the plain text H, O, W are going to be encrypted individually. So first I am going to take H. What is the value of H in the mapping, character to number mapping? Anyone can say the answer, which I explained in the previous slide. If we are starting A to 0 and B to 1, what is the value of H? It is very simple question.
7.
बाकी लोग सो रहे क्या? The same response I am getting the feedback from the faculty who are teaching for the aptitude training. No one is opening your mouth. You are not at all interacting with the faculties. Right? So the formula is that this is A multiplied by the X. This is the plain text which I am going to transfer, plus the key value which the B which I have selected. Ax plus B. A value is equal to 5 and the numerical value for H is equal to 7 plus 8 mod 26. So if I multiply this, 5 into 7, which is 5 sevens are 35 plus 8. What is it? It is 43. 43 mod 26. What is meant by this mod operations? I just wanted to get an whether you know or not. What is this modulus operations? See, I am not able to read the chat box because I am writing here. Every time I cannot switch. You can unmute and say the answer.
Sir, mod gives the remainder.
Yes, very good. So if we talk about this modulus operator, modulus which gives the remainder. So 43 minus 26, what is the results I will be getting? 43 minus 26. 43 minus 26. B value can be selected. Size the B value can be selected as per your convenience. No issues. So already I shown the map. You write A which was mapped to 0, and then B was mapped to 1, and then C was mapped to 2. This is very similarly how we used in the modern CSS cipher. Cipher text equal to plain text plus K. The K value will range from 0 to 25 based on the alphabet which you wanted to replace. Is it clear now? And once you have selected the B value and A value to be selected in such a way that A GCD between A and B should be equal to 1. Now coming to the point, 43 mod 26, which is 17. What is the 17th numerical mapping to the alphabet, which is R? Is it clear now? Any clarification required on this?
Sir, can you repeat this once more?
Yes, sure, I'll do that. See, the plain text which I wanted to transfer is HOW. This is what the characters are, the words which I wanted to do the encryption using affine cipher, right? What is the formula for the simplified? I can just using the A and B for easy understanding. Cipher text equal to AX plus B. B can be selected randomly. So as I map, suppose if I'm pointing, I'm mapping A to 0 and B is equal to 1 and C is equal to 2 and D is for 3. Sorry. C is, if it is mapped to 2 and then D is mapped for 3. Likewise, Z is mapping for 25. So from this range, you can select any values, any range. It is up to the user, right? For example, I'm selecting which is my 8 letter has to be replaced for every character which is present in the plain text. So AX plus B. Now B I selected as 8 randomly. You can select any numbers which is from 0 to 25. No restriction on that. But when you are selecting this A value, I suppose to select the numbers such a way that the GCD between this, say for example, if I'm selecting 5 and 8, the GCD between these two values, the A value which I'm going to select and then B which I already selected, the common divisor, greatest common divisor between these two should be 1. That means that you are supposed to select this letter in a such a way that, so this is not a factor of this B value. A should not be the factor of B value, right? So this 5 and 8 are called co-primes. There is no factors between, there is no common divisors between these two values. So if there are no common divisor other than 1, so those numbers are called co-primes. I hope this is clear now. Now I wanted to encrypt H. H is the plain text, right? If I wanted to convert this into the cipher text, right? What is the numerical value for H? Which is 7. Correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes. So what is the value which I use? AX plus B. This is what the formula. AX plus B. What is my A value which I have selected? Which is the B. K value which is 5. And X value which is the number of or the value of the plain text which I wanted to transfer, which is 7. H ka numerical mapping is 7 plus this B value which is 8 and mod 26. So now 5 7 third 35 plus 8 which is equal to 43. 43 mod 26. That means that after dividing this value by this 26, whatever the remainder which you are getting, so that is a mod value. I'll do it is a small value so that I can subtract 43 minus 26. I'll get 17. Now what is the character value for this alphabetical value for this number 17? Which is, what is the value for 17?
R.
Okay, so the first letter which has been encrypted as R. So H, plain text which has been encrypted as R. I hope this is clear. Now I wanted to encrypt O, right? What is my A value which is equal to 5, B value is equal to 8, right? Cipher text equal to AX plus B which is 5 into What is the numerical value for O? Numerical value for O.
20.
14.
Huh?
14.
14.
14. So 5 into 14 plus 8. And don't forget to include the mod 26. Otherwise, it will get completely wrong. So 5 14s are
70.
70 plus 8, which is 78 mod 26. What is the value for 78 mod 26? 0, right? So 326
0.
are 78. So what is the value? So 0 means what is the character mapping, which is
A.
A. So O has been mapped to A. For the plain text O, the ciphertext equal to A. Right? Again, W. W is the character, third letter, right? In the plain text which I wanted to encrypt, ciphertext equal to AX plus B, which is equal to 5 into what is the numerical mapping for this W, which is 20,
22.
22.
22. So 5 into 22 plus 8. (120 plus 8). Correct, na? 5 into 22, 120, 110.
So 110.
Okay,
110.
118. So
110, sir.
118 mod 26. What value you will be getting? See, whenever you are coming for the CSS lecture, you need to come with your scientific calculators. That is mandatory. So this includes the second chapter, which is completely based on the calculations, right? Where you need to find the different modulus. Unless suppose if you are using mobile for finding the numerical value, 118 divided by 26, you will be getting the results. What results are we getting? 118 divided by
So the
20.
mod is 14.
No, I just wanted to explain the other method also. What is 118 upon 26?
Sir, 4.5 something.
Okay. So 4.5
5.
followed by
4.5.
5.3.
5.3. This remainder part is more important. Suppose if you are using a calculator, right? 118 divided by 26, you will be getting this remainder part 4 point something. So this 0.53, and again if you are multiplying this into 26, you will get the modulus value. So 0.53 into 26, what is the result which you will get as 14? Is it correct?
Yes.
So this is the ciphertext numerical value 14, which is the character mapping is, what is the value? Are you all there? Number 14 का alphabet क्या है?
M.
O. O.
Myself. O. Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes,
O.
sir.
So after doing all the encryptions using affine cipher HOW, right, which are mapped to R O so RAO, correct? So this has been encrypted RAO. Okay, are you getting the point? How the encryption can be done using affine cipher? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now this is encryption part. When it comes for the decryption, right? So this is what RAO ciphertext which we got, right? And for the corresponding, the numerical mapping is 17, 0, and 4. For easy understanding, I wrote it, right? when we talk about decryption, right? So here we are going to use inverse, K inverse, right? Because what was the A value which I have selected? A value was 5. Here I need to select the K inverse, which is 26 minus A, which is K inverse for this purpose, right? So 26 minus 5, which I will get 21, multiplied Y minus 8. Y is the ciphertext. Here Y is the ciphertext minus 8 mod 26. What are the operation we perform? उधर add कर दिया था, so here we are subtracting, right? Where the plain text were multiplied by 5, here the ciphertexts are multiplied by the K inverse, which is 26 minus A. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So if I wanted to convert the ciphertext into the plain text again, so this is a character encryption or character decryption. I'm going to first convert this R into the plain text. So for that I could say that 21 is the K inverse and followed by what is the ciphertext value, numerical value which I received? 17. 17 minus 8 multiplied by 21. So 21 into 9. What is the result? 21 into 9. 189. Correct?
189.
So 189 mod
Yes, sir.
26. So you need to work parallelly, then only you will understand. Otherwise, I'll be keep on working.
7.26.
7.26. So 0.26 into 26.
Hmm.
So you will get 7. Are you getting the result?
6.7.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
You can round up to the nearest value, right? So you will get 7. So 7 is equal to 7 numerical value which can be mapped to H. Are you getting this point? Okay.
Yes,
The
sir.
second letter, second bit I wanted to convert into the plain text is O, right? So the formula is that again K inverse of Y minus 8 mod 26, 21 of what is the numerical value for this? Sorry, I wanted to this A has to be converted. Sorry, I got confused, right? A ka numerical value is 0 minus 8. So here I'll get minus 8. So 21 into minus 8.
Minus 168.
Minus 168. So now what you do is that you find the modulus for this, forget about the sign value. So 168 mod 26. What value you are getting?
6.46.
12.
6.46.
Oh, sorry.
So 0.46 multiplied by 26, you will get
12.
12. So it is to be understood that here the value is in negative. So what we need to do is that we need to subtract the negative value from the 26. So 26 minus 12 we will get 14. Now 14 is the result. 14 is the result of numerical value. Now what is the character mapping for the numerical 14, which is O? Are you getting my point? If you are getting the numerical in the negative, right, in that cases, whatever the result you are getting, that value to be subtracted from the 26. Okay. So if I'm subtracting
Yes,
this
sir.
26 minus 12, I'm getting the value 14. So the numerical 14 which has been mapped to O. Again, the third letter is O as a ciphertext. This has to be converted into plain text. So which can be done using 21 in bracket 14. 14 is the numerical value for this O minus 8. So which is 21 into 14 minus 8, which is 6, 6, 12, 126 mod 26. Correct? What is the result for this 126 mod 26?
4.84.
So 4.84. So 0.84 into 26. What is the result?
22.
So this is what the result. 22 is the numerical value. Its corresponding mapping character is W. So what is the first letter? H O W. So here this RAO, which after decryption, which was successfully converted as the plain text HOW. Okay. Any queries?
No, sir.
If I am explaining in this way, definitely it is very difficult to complete the entire syllabus. I'll try to cover little fast because it requires complete mathematics, right? I'll explain one step or maybe one characters or one maybe the pair of characters. Rest you have to try. If I'm solving the complete solution or complete problem, definitely it is going to be a time consuming work, right? Meanwhile, you're supposed to be ready to do it by yourself sometimes. Okay. So there are only 28 including me. What about others? There are 72 students from your class. Are they least bothered about the lectures? Hope you wrote your attendance in the chat box. Join the session immediately once if the session ends. I need to cover more.